Okay, today I will discuss how to solve a quadratic equation or how to factorize as well. First of all, I'll tell you, see the question that how to factorize, okay? How to factorize quadratic equation, okay? Or any quadratic statement I'm talking about. Remember, for any quadratic statement, the general format is equation is ax squared plus bx plus c, which is equal to 0. This is a general statement of a general format of any quadratic equation. For example, if I say 4x squared, right, minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So what is the value of a? So a is always the coefficient of x squared, that is 4. What is the value of b? B is the coefficient of x, that is minus 5. What is c? The constant one, which is equal to 6. This is how we can identify the value of a, b and c, right? So basically two questions you will get it. What they will tell you, factorize, or they will tell you solve it. Okay, two questions. Factorize means you have to find out the factors. Remember, for any quadratic equation there is always two factors. How many factors? Two factors. Okay, two factors means, because the power of x is 2, maximum power of x is 2, so definitely I'll get two factors. What is factors? For example, if I say write down the 10 in terms of two factors, you will write like this, no, 2 times 5. So 2 is a factor of 10 and 5 also factor of 10. Like that, if I try to write down the factors of ax squared plus bx plus c, I will write down in terms of two factors, factor 1 times factor 2. Do you understand? Now, how to factorize and how to solve it, right? Two questions you'll get it. For example, I'm starting with a basic question. For example, I'm writing one question here, that x squared plus 9x plus 20. Try to understand this question. Question is factorize. Okay, x squared plus 9x plus 20, right? I can factorize in two ways. Okay, one is a tricky ways, the, like what I can say, it will save your time, and otherwise the what I can say, the lengthy way, but that is a way to solve it. Okay, so how to solve it? Listen carefully. Always try to find out the value of ABC first. Okay, so for this case we know the value of a is 1, because there is nothing means it is 1x squared. B, I told you the coefficient of b is plus 9. Be careful of the sign. Okay, and c is equal to what is given, 20. Got it? Yes. Now how to find the factors? Listen carefully. For any quadratic, I told you that we have two factors. Okay, all right. So we have to find, see, the first term we have x squared. If it is x squared, so first term of two factors write down as x. Got it? Done. Now we have to find such two numbers, okay, whose times will be AC. AC means 1 times 20, that is 20, and same two number I'll put here, the addition or subtraction should be B, which is 9 as well. Got it? So how to do this? Tell me two numbers whose times is 20, but the addition subtraction should be 9. So by sim we can say it is 5 times 4, and it is plus 5 plus 4, because this is plus 5 plus 4, this is plus 5 plus 4, right? So that means two numbers we got, 5 times 4 is 20 and 5 plus 4 is 9. So we got x plus 5 or x plus 4. So these are the factors. Do you understand? Someone will say, sir, can't we write x plus 4 first and x times x minus 5 second? Doesn't matter, same thing, because in multiplication order doesn't matters. If they tell you solve this question, x squared plus 9x plus 20 is equal to 0, they will tell you solve it. Solve it means we have to find the value of x. And remember, for any quadratic equation you will have two values of x. How many values will you get for x? Two values. What is the first step? First step is factorization. First factorize this, the way you factorize, no, this one I got it as x plus 5 times x plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, when it is factorized you have to stop here, but when you solve it you have to, we have to do two more steps. So for example, x plus 5 times x plus 4 equal to 0, make it individual. X plus 5 is equal to 0 and x plus 4 is equal to 0 and x equal to negative 5. Rearrange it, take this 5 to this side and x equal to negative 4. So what is the answer for solving? Means I got two values. One is minus, you will write down like this, x equal to minus 5 or minus 4. This is the answer for this question. Are you getting it, what I'm trying to say? Okay, this is the easiest way. Now if I, okay, 1 second please, let me make a space for this one. Let me take one more question on this. Okay, if the question is given like this, for example, same question, it is given factorize and two questions, they will tell you solve it, depends upon the question. Factorize, they will tell you factorize, the question is x squared plus 23x minus 24. Okay, now what is the value of a? We have first step, what is the value of a is 1 because there is nothing beside x squared. B is equal to 23 plus and c is equal to minus 24. Got it? So we have to find such two terms whose times will be AC. 1 times 24 is equal to 24 and same two number, when you put it, their subtraction or addition will be 23. Okay, my bad, it is minus 24, right? My bad, this is minus 24. 1 times minus 24 equal to minus 24. So how to find this answer? So 24 times minus 1 is minus 24 and 24, this minus 1 is 23. Got it? So as I told you, how many factors I'll get? Two factors, right? As this is x squared, here put x and x. Okay, and two numbers we got, one is 24, one is minus 1. It is plus 24, this is minus 1, we got it, right? So these are the factors. This is the answer for this question. If it is, the question is asking to factorize this one. Same question, if I tell you solve it, solve means x squared plus 23x minus 24 is equal to 0. Solve means first you have to do the factorization, the thing you have done here, that is x plus 24 times x minus 1, right? This equal to 0. Now do it the individual, x plus 24 equal to 0 and x minus 1 equal to 0. Now rearrange it, if I move this, it will be x equal to negative 24 and if I move this one, it will be x equal to 1. So this is how we can solve the questions. Now there is one more type. What if, see, I gave you the solution or the questions where a is equal to 1, right? Now question comes, what if there is no, a is not 1, more than 1, what will happen, right? So that question also I'll tell you. Let me make a space for this. Now if I give questions on that, try to understand. Imagine the question is given factorize, right? So factorize this one. Question is given 3x squared plus 7x plus 10 is given, and I see basically I need to factorize this. Obviously I'll tell you, we have to factorize means you will get two factors for any quadratic equation, right? What is the value of a here? Tell me first. So a equal to 3. What is the value b here? B equal to 7, right? B means always the coefficient, the number which is multiplied with x. A is for the number which is multiplied with x squared, and the part which is left, that is called 10. Got it? Right. Now again the same process, you have to find such two numbers whose times will be AC. A times C, what is 3 times 10? 30, right? And same two number you have to find it was like addition or subtraction could be 7, B, right? Now where to find two numbers means, what is the numbers? Can me tell me what are the two numbers will be? Any two numbers is times is 30 and same two number when you put it, it will be 7, right? See, there is no formula to find it, so you have to check it like hidden trial method. For example, somebody will say, so 6 times 5 equal to 30, is it possible or not, right? Is it possible or not? Okay, just one thing, to make it whole number, I'm just making 17 better, right? To make it 17, so b17 I make it, because you don't have the, I don't think you have the quadratic formula. If we have, then I'll tell you later. So it is 17x I'm doing it. So b equal to 17. I'm making it 17. Okay, the questions. So how do this? Now somebody will say 6 times 5 equal to 30. But when I put 6 and 5 and when I put 6 plus 5, are you getting 17? No. So that means this one this one won't fit in this case. Okay. So for example, somebody will say 10 times 3 equal to 30. I will say yes, 30. But 10 plus 3 equal to 13 I am getting. Do you understand? Got it? Now this is also is not fitting in this. But when I'm saying 15 times 2 equal to 30, yes, this will be, because 15 times 2 is 30 and 15 plus 2 17. Got it? So we got two numbers, one is 15, one is 2. See, in the previous examples I told you that wherever it is 1, that is easy, right? But this time this is not 1. If it was 1, I would have put x and x, right? But it is 3x squared. Now first put 3x and 3x, put it first. Okay, after that you got two numbers, right? One is one is 15 plus 15 and one is plus 2. Got it? Now this is not the complete answer. Still we have to solve it more. How? Listen carefully. When you write, see, we got two factors, right? 3x times 15, 3x plus 2. Now check from these two terms, like, is there any number we can divide with this both numbers, both factors? Yes. So I think 3, right? 3 and 15. 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 times 5 is 15. So after cancelling this or dividing this, what I'm getting is 1x means x plus 5 times 3x plus 2. This will be the two factors of this final answer for this one. If you write this one, it will be wrong. The final answer, this one will be like this. Again, if I say, see, if I'm going fast, pause it, go back and check it. Okay. So for example, sorry, if they ask you, my bad, if they ask you solve it, same question I'm giving, they will tell you solve it. 3x squared plus 17x plus 10 equal to 0. Solve it, right? Your first step is, what you have to do, you have to factorize this first. So that is x plus 5. This is 3x plus 2, which is equal to 0. After doing this, make it individual 0. So x plus 5 is equal to 0 and 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Rearrange it. So when you rearrange it, x equal to negative 5, or when you rearrange this, it will be 3x equal to negative 2 and x equal to negative 2 over 3. See, we got two answers. Okay, so let me one more example. Let me make a space for this. Yes, one more example I'll give you. Let's take an example of this one. This one. Factorize and solve it. Okay, factorize and solve it. The question is given, that is 4x squared minus 19x, okay, minus 5 is equal to 0. So you have to first factorize, then solve it. First step, find the value of a, b and c. What is the value of a here? A is 4. What is the value of b here? See, always the coefficient of x squared is a, coefficient of x is minus 19 and c equal to minus 5. So you have to find such two terms whose times is AC, means minus 20. 4 times minus 5 is minus 20. Same two number, when you put add or subtract, should be minus 19. As simple as that. Okay. So how to do this? Tell me. So for example, if I put here, see, 20 times minus 1. 20 times minus 1 is minus 20. But you see, if I put 20 minus 1, is it minus 19? No, it is plus 19. So you have to check it. Okay, you have to, like, you have to check by hit and trial method. So now tell me, minus 20 times 1 is what? Minus 20, and minus 20 plus 1 is minus 19. See, this is how you have to check it, right? Like this. So how many factors we have? Two factors. 2 factors is equal to 0. So this is not 1. So here we have 4x. No, put take 4x and 4x like this. And two numbers we have minus 20 and plus 1. So take it minus 20. This is plus 1. After this, from this two term, I think we can divide, it can be divisible by same number. So I can divide by 4, right? 4 times 1 is 4 and 4 times 5 is 20. So now I can write down this is x, 1x means x minus 5 times 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. See, if the question was about to factorize this, then this will be the answer. But the question is solve it. Solve it means you have to go for one more step. So x minus 5 equal to 0 and 4x plus 1 equal to 0. Rearrange it. So x equal to 5 and this is 4x equal to, take this side, minus 1 and x equal to minus 1 over 4. Again, I'm saying when you try to solve any quadratic equation, you'll have two values of x. Got it? So I hope you get an idea how to solve, how to factorize any quadratic equation. Okay, bye, all the best.